Yeah, so I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. It was left-sided ulcerative colitis around October of last year, so a little over a year now. And I was 19 at the time, or 18 at the time, and it was my first semester of college, and I noticed like I started having bloody bowel movements, and once in the summer actually, and once I started going to school, it started getting a lot worse, and I took a semester off, and then it actually even got worse when I came home. I started having more bowel movements. I went from like having probably 3 a day to now having like 7. So I lost probably more than 50 pounds. There's days where I was like 106, 108 pounds.
Wow.
160, gained back 50 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
50. Let me see him. Nice. I love it. 50 pounds you put on. How long did it take you to put on that weight?
It was actually a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be. It was probably, so June was when I started the program. I was like, I don't know, probably around 110-ish. That was probably my range. And then probably about a month or two after, I gained like, I think I gained 20 pounds in the first 2 weeks or something.
What did the doctors want to do?
Well, I did not go to my normal GI doctor. I was kind of more with the naturopath doctor. So I don't know, we just didn't really know what to do. And then he's like, you need iron infusions ASAP. And then I started doing iron infusions. That's where I actually found Crohn's colitis. I was just looking around. I was like, there's got to be something on here that I can find. I just found it. And then I showed it to my dad. I was like, this seems like, I don't know, it seems like an answer almost. I think I should try this. And then I convinced my mom to do it, and then it totally worked out.
Beautiful, beautiful. And when we came in, I mean, you were disciplined, right? You were 100% priority on this.
Yeah.
And so when we came in with the urgency, with the diarrhea, with the cramping, with the blood, with the weight loss, with the multiple bowel movements, with not sleeping through the night, with the lab work looking terrible, the anemia, what's changed now? Do you get any pain, cramping?
No, like never.
And how many bowel movements a day do you have?
About 1 to 2.
1 to 2, and you work out every day?
5 days a week, but I could work out every day if I wanted to.
You could work, so your energy's great, you can work out every day.
Yeah.
Are you able to travel and go out of the house and you feel you have a sense of freedom?
Yeah, I haven't traveled yet because, you know, it's hard to travel right now, but I totally could, yeah. I think I could.
You totally could. And then what about, are you sleeping through the night?
Yeah, I've been sleeping great lately, yeah.
Yeah, and are you on any biologics or steroids or anything like that?
No immune suppressing drugs, I'm happy to say. Nothing for my immune system.
Good, but what do you think allowed you to be successful?
I've always been like a dedicated person. So I've always just been motivated to whatever I was doing. I always wanted to give it my all, just whether it's sports or school, just always, I was like 100% in or not at all. That's why I totally thought when I joined this program, I was like, I have to do as much as I can to get better, and I know I'll see improvements.
Yeah, and you did, and we got improvements quickly. It's like and everyone, for everyone out there listening, it's not guaranteed that we can do what we did with Ryan for everybody. Everyone's got a different journey they're on. But Jai, when you got laser focused and you went way up and your body did very well, and we did all this from home, right?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. And what about your lab work too?
Yeah, my lab work was just, my doctor was like, because I stopped going to the doctor for a little bit because I don't know, I was just tired of going, and that's when COVID hit, and I wasn't really going to the doctor because I was just afraid or whatever. And then I finally went in like 2 months later, and then all of a sudden my blood work was just like very low, like pretty much everything said emergency, like alert. I was like,
yeah.
Scary. Yeah.
What about now? What about our more recent lab work? How's that look?
Yeah, no, I'm no longer anemic. The iron saturation could be higher, but everything's improving. Like CRP's low.
Inflammation's low, CRP,
Calprotectin's low. Yeah, everything's gone.
Yep, and even your quantitative PCR stool test looked way better.
Yeah. Your
blood work, your doctor was impressed, right?
Yeah, he said it's awesome. Every time I go now, he's like, wow, I'm just so happy you're better, and it's a huge improvement.
What would you say to let's say a young girl, a young guy out there, 18 years old, or 15 years old, or 25, what would you say to them, to diagnose ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, It's not working. Maybe it's not working with their ND. It's not working with their doctor. They're scared to go to the doctor. Their lab work looks terrible. What would you say to them about success, about the S.H.I.E.L.D program and success? What would you word advice to someone at the beginning line of this?
Well, I would say the hardest thing for people around those ages is just like, it's hard to like really like admit that you're going through something that bad. You kind of, that's what I was like when I first had it. I was kind of like, oh, I'll get through it. I'm young, I'm healthy. But when you're in a state like that, it's really dangerous, and you want to really figure out what you need to do to get your body healthy again. And you know, it's pretty embarrassing to talk about too, and I feel like people just kind of want to ignore it, and that's what I did. I was kind of like, I don't want to talk about it, I don't want to look at it. And then I just finally realized like I need to get something done. I started looking up research like all the time. I'm in like tons of Facebook groups, and I'm just doing as much research as I can to just get back in shape and better health.
Mm-hmm. And so with them, would you recommend that they prioritize this commitment level? Do you feel the S.H.I.E.L.D program could be beneficial for them? What kind of recommendation would you give to those people out there?
Yeah, I mean, if you're at that age, I feel like the S.H.I.E.L.D program is so unique because when I looked at it, I was like, this seems like it's not like you just say like do this, do this, do this. It's kind of like, what do you want to do, and we kind of work around it, and we create like the blueprint, like we said, and it's unique to everyone. I feel like almost everyone can benefit from it, because not everyone's gonna want to do the same thing. Like some people are gonna want to be vegan, or some people are gonna want to do carnivore, and it's awesome how you guys are just able to adapt to whatever someone wants to do.